Welcome to L&N Federal Credit Union Stadium. Just about to turn the corner into the back half of the season here on EA Sports College Football. It is Week 7. It's the Syracuse Orange and the Louisville Cardinals. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, Louisville's head coach told me before the game, this running back has been unstoppable this season. He is ranked top 5 in the country in rushing yards, and people are starting to mention his name in the Heisman talk. He is really devastating at the line of scrimmage, showing patience running behind blocks, and coach said he belongs in this conversation as long as he keeps his head down and continues to do his job. Back to you.
All right, Holly. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Right back to the well. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You've got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game.
Maybe some room here. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. And the Cardinals are rolling down the field. They'll give it to Isaac Brown. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we know this running back's a playmaker, and he's a guy they want to get going early and often in this game.
Also, you can wear out those big defensive linemen by making them chase.
Yeah, I like the idea of going outside. You want to mix and match it. Between the tackles, to the outside, get these big fellas running east-west.
Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. The Cardinals lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. They'll try to move the sticks with Brown. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line.
You've got to be loving what you're seeing from your offense here on the opening drive of this game. They're in a really nice rhythm. They've got real good balance going on right now, and they've got the defense on their heels.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Slips a tackle. Makes one man miss. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Running inside, it's Brown. Works his way to the 4-yard line, and they'll have it 1st and goal. And the Cardinals kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. On 1st down, it's Brown again. No room to run, and he stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And this has been really good for the defense, too. It's kind of a bend-don't-break mentality, right? Really bowing up with your backs against the wall. If you can win this next 3rd down, try to force the opponent into a field goal. That's a win if you're on defense.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals! Into the end zone for 6.
Man, great first drive by this offense. Capped off, 3rd and goal situation. A lot of times thinking run. They got a perfect play scripted. Take advantage of the defense, get the passing touchdown, and get this party started right.
And he takes this from inside the 5. So Syracuse's offense will come out to go on the attack for the first time. And here comes Steve Angeli. He's coming off a tough day in which he threw a couple of interceptions and only one touchdown pass. Offense in a bunch formation. Steve Angeli throws to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him just like they did that last time, forcing the incompletion.
The run inside. It's Miller. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Gets it out fast. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Orange will have to punt. He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. He's got great speed. He did a great job finding some running room on that return and was able to set up the offense with good field position. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. All right, there he goes. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
And I'm not surprised, right? Like, they go to him again. Last drive, he did an unbelievable job. And if I'm this defense, just keep honing in, right? Like, making sure he has to earn it. Making sure a lot of people getting near him can...
Snags it, and he's open. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Well, look, I know this guy is not the biggest running back in college football, but boy, is he dangerous, right? He's so shifty. He's hard to bring down. It's a good idea to get him going in the passing game. Put him out in space. Let's see what he can do.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
That's the end of the period, and Louisville has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly complete. Touchdown, Louisville! And they take it in for 6 more points. Lining up to tack 1 more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. On the run from inside his own 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets 1 to the 32. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
No, sirree. Not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Throwing Angeli. Got it set up on the outside. He got it out to the 34-yard line. Not enough for the first down. Let's see if they punt it away. Syracuse will send out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. catches it at the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They've already put a couple of scores up, and they look to add to it on this drive. Offense in the sumo set with the big boys. Here's Brown to begin the drive. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It seems so inviting to try to get the ball outside, but this defense is so fast, you just end up running sideways.
And when you don't have any misdirection or something else to look at before you pitch that ball on the perimeter, a lot of times those guys can play even faster. They can see it right now. Those safeties fly up, those corners fly up, outside backers fly up, and get in the play immediately.
You know, I know it seems like an easy pitch and catch, but for the tight end there, that route potentially changes if it's man coverage. So good job by him knowing it's zone. I'm just going to sit down. This is basically like a check down, right? Let's just take the easy pitch and catch and keep this drive going.
They'll move the wide receiver. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got his man on the right. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield on first down. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Defense got it. They're on the run. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. You get field position like this, and you're not likely to punt the way they did the last time they had the ball.
Yeah, great job by the defense, setting them up in an opportunity to get some.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. They'll bring him down at the 15-yard line as he made some hay after picking off that pass. Quarterback and running back set up in the pistol. Send the tight end in motion. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Nudges ahead for one out to the 16.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Complete. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27. How aggressive will they get on 1st and 10? They'll run it out of the gun with Brown. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. This time he wants to throw. Somehow got the screen into that traffic. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Cardinals now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Back to pass on 2nd down. With the catch, it's Skinner. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. The Cardinals come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on first down. Fires complete on the crosser. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. An 8-yard pickup on the first down completion, now 2nd and 2. He wants to throw it again. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He goes out of bounds across the 25, mark it at the 24, and this defense, its head is spinning.
Well, this defense now is just getting gashed, and if you're the defensive coordinator, you might now want to think about being aggressive, changing up your play calls, and maybe breaking your own tendencies, because you have got to stop this offense just marching down the field.
Jukes his way for more. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting...
Got some room headed to the goal line. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Cardinals. mid-season concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Angeli takes the easy one to the back. Turning it on. The Orange calling for a timeout. It's their first. And with the clock stopped, they can get their thoughts together to call this play after picking up the first. It's a 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And that's what the offense wants. They want to see you in man coverage, and they want to throw those slants, use those wide receivers and their big bodies to catch the football. Elite coverage. Great job being glued to your guy and being physical when he caught it. When he catches the football, I've got to immediately impact him so he can't catch it. That's how it's done.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if the offense can move the chains after that incompletion. Again, it's Angeli. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. The Cardinals decide to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. He'll take it on the return. He gets a block. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. So the first play of the drive starting here from the 45. The sure hands, it's McCoy. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, we know these are 2 very highly recruited guys, a quarterback and a wide receiver, and they've experienced their lumps a little bit early this year. Still figuring out. The timing hasn't been great between them, and that's a big reason why they've already lost a couple of games early this year. But it just takes one. It takes one game for everything to just click. And if these guys can hook up a few times in this one, get that confidence, that mojo going, you just get the feeling this offense really can take off.
Throws to the tight end. Catch in the middle, it's Foley. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A 1st down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Wants to throw it again. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. The play-action fake. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Bringing it back.
QBs have to understand, when I'm throwing against zones, I got to manipulate guys with my eyes. I might have to look one direction to create an opening to throw that ball or zip that ball in. I got to use touch. It's really hard when all eyes are on me, and you could tell the quarterback was not ready and did not make a good throw.
Steve Angeli. Pressure coming. He hurls one deep down the left side. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Just about set to get this second half underway. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Syracuse offense makes its way onto the field. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on 4th downs because obviously I've built a deficit. My defense has got to make some plays for me too.
Pulls it and fires to the left. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain. Throwing Angelic, using the back as a receiver on the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. Syracuse will be forced to punt. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Fields to punt. Wants to make a play. Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Louisville's offense has taken the field, and they look ready to go. Bunch formation for these receivers. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Trying to... Oh, he's got some space. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one.
How nice is it to be an offensive coordinator and you call a pass play, but your guy turns it into an explosive run? Like, that is so much fun to call. Good protection up front, but he just sees space so well. They drop back, he finds the hole, and man, before you know it, he's just chewing up yards and making big plays.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Hughes. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Cardinals have it with a 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Brown. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. One more time, it's Brown. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Cardinals! His 17th touchdown of the season and 3rd of this game. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he won't quite make it back to the 20-yard line as he goes out of bounds at the 19. The Syracuse offense heads back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Running inside, it's Miller. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Angelic shoots it to the left. Almost had the pick there. Would have been his 2nd of the game. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility of a 5th. From the gun on 3rd down, Steve Angelic. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Orange will have to punt. That leg is staying loose. Already the 5th kick of the night. He's got it. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Louisville has it back in the offense, coming out ready to attack. Offense in a bunch formation. Looking to throw on 1st down. Tosses it incomplete.
Well, the ball hasn't hit the ground very often for this guy in this game, right? He's even still, after that incompletion, over 80% throwing, which is key. Because last game, he was under 50% on his throws. He went back to work, worked on his fundamentals, and that's really showing up here.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Off the play fake. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
Man, this defensive end is a monster. I mean, you've seen his athleticism and his speed and his bend and his flexibility. He now has 2 sacks, and there's still a lot of football to play.
Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. The Orange ready to go on the attack on this drive. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Syracuse lines up on 3rd and short. Steve Angeli makes the grab. At the 45 on his way. Hits a seam wide open. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Syracuse. Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Louisville offense is headed back out on the field. They still have the lead, but a productive drive here would keep it a comfortable lead. They'll start on the ground with Brown. Give him 9 on that one, sets up a 2nd and 1.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet.
Might have a chance. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. They'll start this drive at their own 48.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. Throwing Angeli. Rushes on him. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly, and that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard on this quarterback here in the second half to throw any completions.
Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. The run inside. It's Miller.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
They'll send the back in motion. Angeli. Snagged in the middle. It's Weaver. Oh, the sweet spin, and he's free. Breaks a tackle, and he might have room. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Orange. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Holly, what update do you have for us?
Hey guys, down here on the Louisville sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film, trying to get him to see what he's missing. They want to get some confidence built back up in this quarterback, but right now he's shaking his head like, I've got this, I've got this. We'll see if he really does here to take the field. Guys?
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Brown again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. As we check in with Holly.
Guys, things are starting to get intense down here on the sideline. The turnovers have been the story of this game, and it all starts with this defense. After that last interception, they came to the sideline, and the guys keep saying, let's keep eating. This defense is fueling this team today and taking control of the game. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. To the air on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
One of the things I love about this kid is that he goes to work. He struggled his last game out, completed less than 50% of his throws. So back to the drawing board, back to fundamentals, and you can see that paying dividends in this game. I know he just threw an incompletion, but for the most part, this guy has been spot on.
Trying to make magic, breaks into the open. They run him out of bounds after a tremendous pickup on the play.
And, man, you see it again. It's got to be frustrating for this defense. Like, there's a reason the offense has the lead, and it's because the QB can drop back and do things like that. It's supposed to be a pass, everybody playing pass, but he's just got such a knack.
Sprinting away. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rolling into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the fourth. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he's stopped. The Orange have the ball back and ready to go to work. Keeping it on the ground inside, it's Johnson. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Orange just need to get some of that yardage back here on second down. Steve Angeli. A lot of defenders around on that screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, back up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Here's a heat. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. Syracuse will send out the punt team. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. No fair catches here, looking for room. Quick step and go. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. The Cardinals offense headed out to go to work. You want to talk about a drive where you impose your will? That's what they did, running it down for a touchdown, David.
There is nothing more demoralizing than that for a defense. To be physically pounded, the run is coming, you know it's coming, and you can't stop it.
Nothing the defense can do. That is mano-a-mano up front, and your guys getting a push. They know you're running it, and they still can't stop it.
Now the play fake. Dumps it off in the flats. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
Well, one thing you got to say about this guy is he's very, very poised. He knew he had that defender bearing down on him. He got hit right as he threw it. Still, though, it didn't affect his accuracy. Nice job getting that completion.
Got enough to move the sticks. First down from the 17. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense. They're allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Completes it in the middle. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The Cardinals, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. He'll do it himself. Stopped in his tracks, and they'll have to try it again.
Yeah, and a great job by the defense, holding the line of scrimmage, playing downhill, playing responsibility football, making sure they shut down that option play.
Here's Brown. He will not get there as the defense stopped him again. No running room on the last 2 plays. Can they find a crack on 3rd and goal? One more time, it's Brown. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown. You see some confidence over there as they're closing in on a Week 7 win. And with that touchdown, I would say this one is out of reach.
It is out of reach. A lot of coaches pull their starters, start to build some of that depth, put some other guys in. But listen, keep playing, keep executing. Their job is stop.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run the option. Can't get him to the ground. Showed off just about every move in the book, except the forward move. Stopped for a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Right back to him on the ground. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. This is what an